Hi guys, I'm Katie. This is my first YouTube video and I thought I'd talk to you about one of my cleansers. I will advise straight off that you might see the odd cat wandering around. I do have two. They are house cats, and it's one of those situations where if I shut the door they would scratch to get in, and if I let them in they will just keep wandering around and messing with stuff, so it's easier to just let them do what they want to do. First of all, I want to say that I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. I am simply talking about products that I like, products that I use, suggesting what could be good for you, what could be good for other people. I'm not saying go out and buy it. I'm not saying this is what you must use, this will be fine on you, because everybody is different. If you do choose to use anything that I talk about, then I do strongly recommend that you do a skin test 24 hours before, just to make sure that your skin is happy with it. So I will be honest, I am referring to notes, but that's only because I want to make sure that I don't say anything. I don't want to give you the wrong information. I have searched YouTube and have not found videos like this that I've found particularly helpful. Videos from people that are talking about products, actually having an honest conversation about a product instead of just flicking past a picture on Instagram and saying use this. I actually want to explain a bit about the product, because if I was going to buy something, then I would want the information that I'm going to pass on here. I thought about what it is that I would want if I was buying a product and what I would want to know. So that is kind of my thought process for these types of videos. I'm going to give information that I think people would want. So the product I've chosen first is the Roche Posay Dermo cleanser. This is my morning cleanser. I use a different one in the evening. Firstly, La Roche Posay, very, very well known French brand. I don't know anybody that's never heard of La Roche Posay. They do several different product groups. This one is Toleriane, which specifically is for sensitive, reactive, irritated skin. I use this in the morning because when I first got it, I was using it in the evening and I found that it wasn't properly clearing off my SPF. I don't think it's strong enough to clean products like makeup or SPF. I think it's fine in the morning when your face is already clean, but I don't think it's strong enough for the evening. So I choose to use it. I liked it so much, didn't want to get rid of it, so I chose to use it in the morning. It is, as I say, it is for sensitive skin, intolerant, allergy prone, reactive, irritated skin. It is a very soothing, a very calming cleanser. I've never had any problem with it whatsoever. My skin type is oily combination. I do use Ketrel tretinoin, so my skin is slowly starting to go on the drier side, but predominantly, if you asked me now what my skin type would be, it would still be firmly oily, oily combination. So I actually find this really gentle. As I say, I've never had a problem with it, never had an irritation, sensitivity, redness. I've never had anything like that from it. But as I said at the start, everybody is different. As with all of La Roche Posay's products, or certainly the majority of them, there are no parabens, no preservatives, no fragrance, no alcohol, no sulfates. It's 100% hypoallergenic. It is dermatologist tested. It's also approved by Allergy UK, which I've actually never heard of, but it's something that they say that this specific product and other products is approved by. Whenever I look at skincare, I always go on a website called skincharisma.com. and basically it's a website that tells you what sort of skin a product is good or bad for. It tells you if something is comedogenic, which means pore blocking. You basically put your ingredients in. You can either copy and paste an ingredients list from somewhere and put it onto the site, or they don't have every product. I have found products that they don't have, but they do have several or many products. So you can try and see if they've got it on there, and basically it just comes up saying whether it's good or bad for oily skin, good or bad for dry skin, good or bad for sensitive skin, and then it lists each individual ingredient, and it will say next to it if there's anything wrong with it or if it's particularly good. Surprisingly, Dermo Cleanser is quite bad for oily skin. It's got a rating of 5. Dermo Cleanser comes out at a rating of 4 comedogenic. It claims that one of the ingredients, which is ethylyxyl palmitate, which is a fatty acid that's usually a solvent or a carrying agent or an emollient type product, it says that is particularly bad for oily skin. Excuse me. And as I say, it goes up to 5, and it's given that particular ingredient a rating of 4. However, saying that, I have pretty oily skin and I have never had a problem. I don't. This cleanser is so it's so thin and it's so sort of liquidy that I apologise for the sun. It's so thin and it's so liquidy that I can't see how you would have a problem. How oily skins would have a problem with that. I'm really sorry about the sun. But yeah, it's literally so thin and so light that it really is beautiful to use. When you wake up in the morning, yes, you want to be refreshed, but you don't want to be overpowered or knocked out or made red raw by a cleanser. And this, I find, is just really, really nice. There's no smell to it whatsoever, because one of La Roche Posay's things is that they don't have fragrance, same as they don't have alcohol. I really do like it. In terms of price, in the majority of places, Boots, chemists, etc., you can pick up a 400ml non-pump bottle for around, where's my price? For around £10 to £12. But if you go onto a website called Cocoon Centre, so that's www.cocooncentre.co.uk, which is a French pharmacy. They do ship to the UK, and they seem to ship to quite a lot of countries across the world. If you go onto Cocoon Centre, you can get a 400ml bottle with a pump for only £8.90, and postage is fairly reasonable. It's between £3 and £5. I believe they go by weight. Obviously 400ml, it's quite heavy. But £8.90 for 400ml versus this is actually almost £13 in Boots, the 400ml, the 200ml one. Obviously you could walk into a Boots and get it off the shelf, and it would cost you almost £14. If you had it delivered, you'd then pay another £3.95 in delivery on top of that. So £14 200ml, or £8.90 for 400ml. It's a no-brainer, really. Cocoon Centre is a really good website. They sell a wide variety of products and brands. I've used them to buy many things, particularly cleansers. My other favourite cleanser, which is the cleanser that I use in the PM, is La Roche Posay Caring Cleanser, and Cocoon Centre is actually the only place that I have found that you can get it from. Again, 400ml bottle, again, really cheap. But I have to shop on Cocoon Centre anyway to get the Caring, and I just happened to come across the big 400ml because I've not found a 400ml pump bottle of the Dermo Cleanser in Boots or pharmacies or anything at the moment. They only seem to sell the 400ml bottle, the 200ml bottle without the pump. So whether this is something that is specific to Cocoon Centre, I don't know, but nevertheless, it's a bargain. Cocoon Centre are quite reputable. If you look on their website, it's all well set up. They are very popular in the skincare world, from what I've gathered. Like I say, I've ordered several orders from them. I've never had a problem. Delivery is a bit on the slow side. You're looking at 1 to 2 weeks, but when you consider the price, it's absolutely worth it, in my opinion. So definitely check out Cocoon Centre. Just going back to the Dermo, this is actually advertised as a milk that you wipe off with cotton wool. That's not how I use it, and I've never used it like that. It does on the back say that rinsing is optional. Well, I wet my face with water, and then I put 1 pump, obviously because I use a pump, it's 1 pump in the morning, and I rub it all into my face really gently, all into my neck as well, for around a minute, usually a minute at least, and then I wash it off with warm water. I find that works brilliantly, doesn't leave any residue, doesn't leave a tight feeling, doesn't have anything like that. As I say, really gentle, really effective. It's just not strong enough to take off SPF or makeup. So I would stick to using it in the AM when your skin is pretty clean because of the night before. So yeah, so that's my review of the Roche Posay Dermo cleanser. From the Toleriane range. If anyone knows how to say that properly, then please let me know. This is my first video, so please bear with me. This is all still very new to me. I now need to learn how to edit this video. Please leave a like or a dislike on the little thumbs up, thumbs down below. Please leave comments. What would you like me to video? What would you like to see next? Any tips for being a YouTuber, then they would be most welcome as well. And of course, the most important thing, please subscribe by pressing the subscribe button wherever it is. I might try and see if I can put it up here like other YouTubers. But yeah, please, as I say, please bear with me. I am new. I do plan to do this as a regular thing, so over time I will get better. But yeah, I hope that video was okay for you. As I said, that's the sort of thing that I would want to learn from a product before I would be willing to buy a product. And I've not really found anybody that ticks all of the boxes that I have. So sorry this is a bit long and I've rambled a little bit. As time goes on, I will get a bit quicker and as I know what I'm doing. But yeah, thanks very much guys, and I will see you on the next video.